So I'm Christie Moran, and today I've got Edith with me. Edith is also a practitioner in Psych-k. So I'll firstly hand you over to Edith just to introduce herself, tell you a little bit about her, and then we'll get into our conversation. So over to you, Edith.
Thank you. Hi, Christie. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's so exciting. Yeah, Psych-k is something I really love to talk about. So, yay! I've been doing Psych-k for 3 years. I went down on the path of trying to find ways of dealing with the subconscious programming. So, as soon as I figured that my life is just like a reflection of what's in my subconscious mind, I was very, very keen to really quickly change it because I didn't like the way I was living. So, searching different modalities, and that's how I found Psych-k. Just seemed to be the fastest and most effective, quick, just dealing with everything.
What would you say, Edith, is one of your favorite things about Psych-k?
Quick.
It's quick. Yeah.
It's really quick. Like, who likes to be sobbing and be upset for days or weeks, to be honest, or months or years even? Who doesn't want to feel light and easy quick? Like right now, I just want to have it done. Like I believe in processing. I never rush anything, but it just feels good to have something behind. And being able to be the observer and just look at it as if it happened to someone else. Like you're not going to forget anything, but it's moving on and letting it go, like not having it in your system and not having that emotional charge to stories. That was my main.
And a lot of the other work that I'd already done and that I was doing with clients was helping with the past trauma, the past stress, the stuff that we've been carrying in our bodies that was still being triggered and getting in the way. But my favorite thing about Psych-k was being able to not just leave it at that point, but go, okay, well, we've gotten rid of the stuff that's been triggering. That's now not there. You've got like a clean slate. Okay, if I use public speaking as an example and go, okay, well, I'm no longer afraid of public speaking because we've dealt with that stuff, those triggers. Now I've got this clean slate, but I still don't feel like I'm a confident public speaker. So being able to use Psych-k to go, okay, well, how do you want to feel as a public speaker? And be able to then embed those new beliefs around, I'm a confident public speaker and I can speak articulately and, I feel comfortable speaking in front of a crowd. All of those things that then kind of go from here just to take you to that next level and just make everything so much easier. And like you say, it happens quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like you can do a couple things if you want to narrow it down. Like, first of all, you can let go massive things, creating space for the new to come in. But on the other hand, which is very exciting, you can put what you actually want in your subconscious mind and then just let it unfold slowly and enjoy the journey, smooth, without the speed bumps.
So whilst it's fast and it's really effective, I don't want to undervalue Psych-k and go, you can change your whole life in one session, because to a certain extent you can. Because it feels like your whole life has changed having one session, but it's about having a look at it on a broader scale to go, what are all the things? Because it's not just one program that we're running that is impacting us. There's all these different programs and we don't even know what they are half the time. How do you work with people around that, Edith? Like when there's stuff happening, but you don't even know where that's coming from or what that programming is, how do you get around that?
Yeah, so my favorite thing about Psych-k is that I'm going backwards in time. So we are starting in the present moment right now. Like, I never plan my sessions. It's impossible. I switch off completely when I work, and I work in the moment what comes up with. And so the first question is, what's your main struggle right now? Because something has created that. So we go backwards from there, and then seriously, it's just unfolding the way that the layers needs to be peeled off. That's absolutely impossible to plan. I love going backwards in time. And somehow I always find the root cause or the trigger, but we need to go from the present moment. And that takes a lot of pressure off everyone, because we don't have to know like medical history or nothing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that, you know, we're working with the unconscious mind and superconscious, and, you know, there's a lot of permission protocols in that as well, that, you know, we can only be doing this work to support a person on their highest and best good. And, you know, the unconscious mind won't accept anything that isn't going to do that, which is just, yeah, just beautiful, the way that the whole process is guided by the unconscious and superconscious to support that client to their best outcome.
Yeah, exactly. And this is another thing that's different from many modalities. This whole process of clearing the energy around the person, like for the period of the process, it's all clean, clear, safe, protected, appropriate, and it's never on me. I don't consciously guide anything. Whatever comes up, I have to do. Sometimes I have an idea that this would be a good idea to do, but then I don't get permission to do it because it's maybe not appropriate, or maybe that's not the next layer for the person. So that's not the best next step.
It's so amazing seeing someone, you know, come in and have this set of beliefs or this situation going on that is really impacting their life, and then to be able to have a session and change some beliefs, let go of some stress, and they can now look at that situation, sit in that situation, take action in a whole new way that just wasn't possible before. And like, that is just beautiful.
It is. And now that you're saying, it reminds me that often people physically change in front of my eyes. You know, I always say this example, when people have traumas or problems or childhood stuff, whatever it is, any struggles, it's like having 30-kilo baggages on your back and trying to like run or just be. It's impossible. And all we do is we just put down those baggages so you feel light and free and have clarity on, okay, so what are my options right now? Where can I go? What can I do right now?
Yeah.
And the feeling.
Yeah, you see their whole body change, don't you? Like their face lightens, they look more relaxed, their eyes are brighter. It's just, yeah, it's amazing just seeing them go through that change. And I liked what you said at the beginning about, you know, we are creating what is out there in our environment. And so you made that choice where you looked for Psych-k to go, well, I want to change the beliefs and the things that I've got going on in here so that I can create something different out there. And, you know, I love hearing from clients after they've been in and had a session, because they go back out into the world and interact with those people that they were struggling with, and they respond differently. And it's like, what happened? Like, all of a sudden this person is being more respectful, they're listening, and you haven't changed that other person, you've just changed you. And it has this effect out there in the world, and it's like magic. It is just so amazing.
It is magical. And the best part of it all, and the reason actually why we are both able to help people, because we are doing the work on ourselves. And because we have done big work, you have done a lot of trauma work, and I did too. We actually know how the processes feel to go through. So we are able to guide clients or anyone else through, you know, and make them feel safe and just hold the space and reassure them that it's okay and it's normal what they go through, and it will pass quick, and then all the light feelings will be there at the end.
Yeah, you get to let go of a piece of that baggage. You continue to move forward and really create and design this life that you want to live. More stuff comes up because you're now doing things that you maybe were too scared to do before, or you're having experiences that you wouldn't have had before. So when you do that, you're triggered again at a different level, and it's beautiful because you really see how the experiences that you're having are all giving you an opportunity to grow more, to learn a lesson, to become wiser, to let go of something, to really step into who you are and to live the life that you came here to live. And what about, for people who have suffered trauma and they're in this space that they don't want to have to look at it, they haven't looked at it for the last 40 years because they don't want to look at it, they can't look at it, it's too painful. But having that in their awareness, no matter how much they've ignored it and tried to push it down, it's still impacting their life. How would you say that Psych-k allows them to do that in a comfortable way?
Yes, so there are processes specifically for traumas that are too painful to relive. Yeah. So we can completely deal with things without, going through the trauma again, which is big. It's huge, I think.
It is beautiful how when we start to do the inner work and we let go of that stress and the crap that we're carrying, all the stuff that's blocking us, we get really connected to our inner self, to our higher self, to our own intuition and awareness, and really come back to who we are.
Yeah, and this is just a perfect example of how much it matters to let go of those baggages, because all you did was basically you let go of a lot of traumas and stuff that you were carrying unnecessarily, and suddenly the new was able to flow in. Like whatever is on your path and whatever you desire will be able to come in quick and fast and easy, and things are starting to unfold towards the best path.
Yeah. You can release the stuff that's on the surface that's getting in the way in your day-to-day. And if you don't ever do anything different, well then, those triggers are no longer there. They don't come back. It's when you actually start to move forward and create something different that you're triggered on a whole new level. Like you said before, there's layers. And we're releasing the layers that are coming up because of your current surroundings.
Yeah, self-work is never ending. But what matters is, where you are. Like you can be at the bottom having like 10, 30 kilo baggages on you and being, in depression, not seeing anything, not knowing where to go, what to do, being triggered every day. Or you can be at a level of, where you're heading. You have done a lot of self-work and you're just dealing with small triggers and you're sort of able to navigate, and then the journey becomes a bit more enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. So Edith, you're now in Queensland and you do your sessions via Zoom?
Yes.
Yeah. And I know the answer to this question, but I want your opinion. So do you find that there's any difference between a face-to-face session and a Zoom session?
No, absolutely not. There is absolutely no difference. Yeah. Actually, I prefer the Zoom sessions because I can fit in so much more. Energy has no time and distance. It's just quick and easy, and people benefit so much more. It doesn't matter where we are. I've got clients from all over the world, from Asia, Europe, New Zealand, wherever, and everything is exactly the same.
Who is the niche that you sort of service?
My main field would be childhood traumas, family issues, relationship issues, money. Money is a good one. Having clarity around, goals and just changing daily habits. Bringing change in so we can have a different result. So if we repeat the same thing every day, we're going to have the same result every day and in the long run.
Well, that's it. What we do in every moment, in every day adds up to then what our week looks like, what our month looks like, what our life looks like. So it is those small choices that we're making every day that do impact the quality of our life. Yeah, you kind of forget that you're even on a Zoom. How have your experiences been? What are your questions? What do you want to share in regard to this conversation? We would love to hear it. So thank you very much, Edith. It was great having a conversation with you, and I'm sure we will talk again.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It's always fun with you.